Orientation is locked. Wow. That's fine. What's up, guys? Yeah. So tonight I'm putting together my pack for Operation Lone Pine 2. There's a lot going on here. So we're just going to take it bit by bit. There's more on the bed. It's kind of a mess, but that's literally just how it is, you know? So not all of this is going in the ruck. Most of this stuff is, but a lot of it's going to get crossed to the assault pack, which I'm not super sure, because we're only going to be out there for a day, right? And really the bag I'm using as my ruck is probably, yeah, way overkill. But I figure since I'm not just loading like mission kit and like, you know, sustainment kit, I'm loading like bullshit like, you know, airsoft fucking BBs, admin stuff, everything. My goal is to have every one of my things in one bag. Or technically two, because of the assault pack. Because I'm not gonna be running around with the rucksack during the game. That's not during the assault, you know, it's not really, you know, why the fuck would I do that to myself? But I'm kind of split right now because I was planning on using my saddle assault pack Bridger ruck. That's what they call it, the saddle Bridger assault pack. It's basically a medium ruck. It'd be more comfortable, and I already kind of have it loaded down with stuff that I would want. Like I have like fucking I've been using this for guard stuff, but you know, I already have like kind of more logical kind of pouches thrown on. I already got my Eatsel on there too, so it's like, you know, why not? Because ultimately this bag cinches down to basically nothing, and it doesn't weigh that much. And it has, you know, the internal kind of pseudo frame, right? You know, with the saddle pack built for kind of this sort of stuff. But I have an actual assault pack, like a 1 day pack. I was anticipating it to be quite a bit colder than it's supposed to be now. Initially, when we looked at it back in February, the event was supposed to be like around freezing at night, but now it's like 55 at night. And you know, if I was actually going in the field, I would probably just bring a fucking whoopee. But this is an airsoft thing, and we're gonna be basically camping, right? What's up, guys? This is a Specna Prime with Sig Romeo 7 optic. Anyways, so yeah, it's like, you know, fuck it, I'll bring an actual sleeping bag, which the one I'm using for this is it's a knockoff of a Corinthia bag. I'm not gonna pull it out because I already have it stuffed down, but it's a knockoff of the Corinthia Tropin bag, if you are familiar. Basically, this has like a built-in bug net. It's okay. It has like a waterproof. It's like if the bivy sack and the summer bag was one bag. So it's, you know, it's kind of neat. We're not expecting any rain, but I'll pack as such, you know, just to be more LARP. You know, I got a 105 liter pack to fucking kind of load out. So just to give you guys kind of an overview of what I have going on here, like the major pieces of gear I have. So one dude had asked what weapon this is. This is a Specna Prime, like I said. It's probably the best stock AEG I've ever used. I got a couple years back for Christmas, and it's been running out good. I want to confirm 0 and make sure all that's right, because I haven't been out in a while to play. And I think the bucking, the last couple times, the accuracy's been kind of poopy. And I gave it a clean, and the barrel was pretty dirty, which, if you know about kind of airsoft guns, that's pretty important. But I think the bucking might be going bad. So this Sunday we're gonna go out. I'm gonna pack all this out, and we're gonna do a class on squad development. It's just fun stuff. Kind of give some of the people who are gonna be coming out to the event. Because it's basically a skirmish game with like skirmish. There's gonna be kids and older people, and it's not like a paid milsim where there's people kind of know what the fuck's going on. So on the 15th, I'm gonna kind of run through the content just to kind of test it out, and then on the first day, like the camping night of the event, I'm gonna run through it again with everybody, because not everybody is going to be at this game on the 15th. So it's just a way to practice the craft. Moving on, I'm going to be bringing my nods out. We're not going to be doing any night game, but we will probably be doing like a nighttime patrol type, basically just hiking around. What's up? Just hiking around the property, just for fun. I figure I'll bring the case, since I have more than enough room. Of course, in real life, that would be, tied down to your kit in ideally like a padded pouch. Gloves, extra clothes, socks, hats. Got it's kind of like I don't even know what you call that, just like a camp hat. It's a sun hat. Got eye pro, mouth pro, face pro. Over here I've got my ear pro, my kit. So yeah, let's just get into packing this stuff in this damn thing. So I'm not quite sure I'm gonna set up the camera. So to talk about this ruck a little bit, I got it in. It cost me a lot of money, a lot more than a backpack probably should, but it's a fucking nice bag. This is the Mystery Ranch 6500. It's like the last generation, like the previous generation Spear issue, like Special Forces issue. But they get around. I have another one coming in, a tan one. I got that one for a lot cheaper, but they're nice bags. So this actually has a sleep system compartment. So I'm gonna stuff my pad, my inflatable pad, and my sleeping bag in there real quick. I'm just gonna set this down. Set it down right here. Use the nods case to kind of prop it up. Okay, you guys can see. Not really. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna get it done. There's extra room in there, so I'm just gonna throw I have a Rainfly. This is made by I think Rainier. I'm just gonna throw that in there too, just to have it. Okay, and then this has a wide mouth zip. It's kind of cool. So the zipper starts over here, so that way you're not like struggling. I know on the Molly 2 rucks, the old issued ones, fucking getting the zipper closed on the sleeping bag compartment on that is just stupid. So yeah, I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna zip this shut real quick. As you can see, there's still plenty of fucking room in there. This is like the military equivalent of like an exped pack. I think that's what the civilian equivalent, like the expeditionary packs where you can pack, winter gear. You can fully pack it with winter layers, winter sleeping bag, all that. So yeah, I still have lots of room to spare with the sleeping bag, the pad, and that rainfly stuffed in there. So then this buckle's shut. There you go. There's overload straps on the bottom for additional kit and compression. So I still have all of this space to take advantage of. This pack is actually very big. So yeah, I'm gonna strap down. I'm gonna clip shut the overload straps and compress this down so it's just kind of out of the way. So I'm just gonna set this camera down real quick. Okay. Come down here. Going about this in kind of the reverse order. I've already got my Velcro shit. My Velcro stays attached. So now I'm gonna have to come over here and undo this one because I need extra, just a little bit more room. There we go. And I'm just gonna come back around and strap that, tighten that as much as I can. That's the side with the sleeping bag pain pill on it, so that's why it's fitting like that. I'm just gonna roll this back up, stow it away. So the guy who owned this bag before me is Canadian, and he used this bag as a hunting pack. He hunted sheep with it, so there's a decent sized blood stain on the, what do you even call it, the foreskin of the bag right here. It's kind of funny. What's up, Bentley? Alright, so that's packed away kind of unevenly. Not like super ideal for like real life conditions, but not a big deal for this airsoft thing. Alright, so that's packed up tight. Let's put our extra clothes in the external tube pouches. That's what I like doing. I'll put whatever I need, rapid access stuff that's like pretty, like sustainment items still. I'm going to put those in the tube pouches just so I can get access to those. I don't have to dig around my ruck. I don't like packing clothes and shit, like maybe extra uniforms I'll put in the main compartment because I'm not going to need access to those very frequently. But like socks, at least in the actual field, you're going to need to get access, ideally, as if we're in the field for like, a week, I'm going to want to change out socks like every day, just as a point of comfort, just to save myself. But for this thing, I'm only going to have technically only one, because I'm going to wear one of these pairs of socks. These are my nice Balega socks, so got that and an extra undershirt. So I'm just going to throw those in the, on the side. And I've also got, some snivel gear. So this is Under Armour, like, basically, what do you call them? Like silky bottoms. They're warm. I was gonna pack my issued my issue waffles, but those things don't pack down very well, and they're not very warm for how thick they are. But everything Under Armour I own, I'm highly impressed with. So that's gonna go in the pack. I don't expect having to use it, but at night I might throw them on since we're not going to be sleeping in like a tactical environment. I might just get a little comfortable. You know what I mean? Not pictured here. My boots. I don't have any uniform really here, just because I'm not going to pull that out of my closet right now. But I'm gonna wear fucking hot weather top and bottom. I'm gonna wear like an actual army uniform with not combat top or bottom. I'm gonna wear a blouse and an undershirt, all that bullshit. I'll blouse my boots too. I used to run cries and the combat shirt and that whole getup, but honestly I prefer the blouse and the pants setup, because I mean, if like thinking about the real field, like if I was in the field for like 2 weeks or like a month or more and I'm getting all poopy, I like how the blouse and the undershirt, the top, the blouse part is probably not gonna get super poopy, or at least if it does, you can go and you can change your undershirt and you're okay again. Now, technically, the blouse probably better, or the combat shirt rather is probably better for this sort of thing, because it's more, like direct action. I'm on the defending team, but the other guys are going to be on the attacking. They're just going to be attacking, assaulting the objective, and it's basically like a sticks thing, like a sticks lane, squad attack, assault by fire, all that good stuff. But maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'll do like hot weather bottoms and a combat top just to make it easy, because it's not, it's Arizona. It's not like humid or anything. It's not gonna be raining, so yeah. All right, let's get to it. All right, nods. I'm just gonna stuff all this shit in one of the tube pockets. Here's a tube. Bang, bang. And as I'm filling this up, I'm gonna start slowly zipping this pocket up, so I can go in there with my fist, just push all that down into the pouch. Not really necessary, because I'm not packing like like I said, like a week's worth of clothes, but it's just a task, discipline, whatever. Okay, next I'm going to. That's all the extra clothes I got, so I'm just gonna zip that up. I'll throw my, like my camp hat in there. Remember this ruck isn't gonna go like outside the staging area, basically, so it doesn't need to be packed that tight. And a lot of the contents of this bag, once we actually get out there, is gonna go in the assault pack. Like pretty much everything. Like what else do I got? I got like my ammo here. Mags are gonna go in my flick. Probably gonna leave the gloves. All the hats are gonna stay because I got my helmet, my Kevlar. Yeah, that'll be it, really. Now what I need to do is I need to throw a tarp in here. I'll pack a tarp just in case. That's what a lot of these items will be. Here's something I'll pack right now. So I just got new boots, a new pair of OTB Flex, and I pulled the insoles out of my old pair to have as extra, because if you don't know, in wet environments, I mean, you can pack an extra pair of boots entirely, but chances are those are probably going to get soaked pretty fast. If you're in an actual, like if you're in a jungle environment, for example, or waterborne. So what you can do is you can just you can change out the insoles, and these weigh nothing. That way, because these are gonna suck up water, and it's gonna fuck your sock. Like you can change your socks, and it'll help out for a little bit, but eventually it's gonna soak from the pad of your foot because your insoles are soaked. So instead of packing in a whole nother pair of boots, I don't really think that's necessary most of the time at all. I'll just pack an extra pair of insoles and an extra set of laces. Which for this, like, I don't have a full set of extra laces right now. If I were doing, like I said, if I was going into the field for like an extended period, I'd bring an actual full set. But I figure, these boots are brand new, so the laces are brand new. Typically, the end of the life of the boot will coincide with the end of the life of the laces pretty closely. But just in case, I'll bring one extra lace. Just who knows, in the desert, maybe fucking rock cuts my lace. I don't know. So I'll stick these as well. I'll stick these also in the tube pouch with the bottom of this kind of facing the bag. This is more awkwardly shaped, but you can stuff it. You can fold it. Okay, I'll just fold it, throw it in there. Boom, boom. Okay, continuing up. Now this left side, or technically right side, right side tube pouch is about two what do you call it? 2/3 of the way full, and I'll call that good. So like I said, so since I'm running the event, I have quite a bit of admin stuff to pack as well. Like I got here's one thing. I got I'm carrying the air horn, right? Technically, each team leader, actually I shouldn't be carrying the air horn. So I'm gonna carry it out in my ruck, but one of the attacking squad leaders, whoever the more senior guy is gonna carry it. And their job is just to be the guy who honks the horn 3 times when the objective is captured in sequence. So when they flip the pole, the cone, their color, 3 honks. Technically, I could probably leave this on the cone on the objective site, which I might do that, but we'll see. I think I'm probably gonna do that. Learning it, we learn as we go. Last time I just carried it on me for whatever, I don't even really remember why, but I had it on my flick. Okay, so for this event, there's no mag caps. So I know it's actually fairly common for Milsim events to have a maximum amount of ammo on a person, which I'll save some criticism because I've never been. I don't really understand why that is. Maybe it's because like they want you to conserve your ammo to simulate the sustainment component of doing real ops, but again, like I said, this is a one-day thing, direct action thing. We're not going to be like setting into a patrol base. There's not going to be downtime for that, really. I mean, maybe in between the first and second objective. I know last year we took a second. I pulled the fucking ammo can out of my ruck and we reloaded our mags, but that's not really a necessary part of the experience. So what I recommend, especially if you are coming as a single person, like I know there's quite a few people who just they saw the event, they don't have a group they're coming out with, and they're just alone. For you guys, I would recommend having a container, a small container of your BBs and speed loader, and I would recommend packing out as much ammo and magazines as you can. And obviously, it's gonna go quick. With airsoft, you have so many rounds. Like these mid caps came out probably 4 years ago. These are EPM ones. These hold like 220 rounds as a mid cap. That's ridiculous, right? Basically a high cap. So gaining fire superiority in an airsoft context has less to do with how much ammo you have and the calibers of the fires that you have, and more so just raw how much fucking ammo, how many BBs can you send down range as quickly as possible to hopefully hit that guy, because it's one shot, one kill, and how quickly can you do that, right? Personally, I've switched to a VFC gas rifle for normal skirmish games because I find that to be more rewarding because it's compared to at least my AEGs, it feels more accurate. I'm using heavier BBs in it, so that definitely contributes. Means it shoots further flatter. Whereas in my AEGs, I just use .30 BBs because it's cheaper, right? Gas rifle, that's 31 rounds per mag. So, I can't be 3.6s are basically sniper weight BBs. So yeah, you get the idea. This is more reliable. Your AG is more reliable as like just spit as many rounds on range as possible, whereas your gas weapons, at least in my experience, your gas rifles are going to be a little bit more lethal per shot. All right, end of that ramble. So I'm packing out for technically 2 people on my own. So I've got 4 batteries, two per weapon. It's me and my dad, and then I have his mags in the other room. I'm just showing mine. I'm gonna have 4 batteries. So for this event, there is like field medicing or field, like tactical field care. Basically, like it's a 3-minute time. So if you get shot, there's a 3-minute timer. You call for medic, and then there's no medic class. I mean, squad can designate it. Like if one guy just wants to be like focusing on revives or something like that, that's fine, but it's not set. So the standard is to use ace bandages. You just pull it off. You wrap it around the arm, and then you're done. Basically, there's no like timer. It's not like Milsom West where you have to drink a water. You'd be drinking a shit ton of water if that was the case for this event. But personally, and this is outlined in the master document in the upward, is you can use like fake tourniquets, and that's personally what I'm going to use just because I feel like it's going to be a little bit quicker. You just pull the sleeve. I'm not going to fully demonstrate. I have this stage where you just rip it apart, you throw it on the limb, and then you hasty high and tight, and then you're done. So I feel like that would be a little bit quicker as for the respawn. Other admin stuff I got my chrono. We're going to be chronoing for this event. I've got glow sticks. We're not going to be playing any games at night, but when we do our little night hike patrol thing, I'm going to mark some spots. I'm going to have one on me. I've got a VS-17 panel. This probably isn't going to get used, but you never know. I've used it. I've gotten into a situation, like, I was doing a range the other week, and I was like, shit, I should probably mark, because we're just in, basically the hills, in a normal shooting spot, and I was like, because we're doing maneuver, like fire maneuver stuff, so I was like, I should probably mark the limits, and I was like, oh shit, I have 2 panels, so it's like, I might not see it now, but chances are that panel will probably get some use. What else? I got a paracord. I'm just bringing paracord. I'm not going to bring any shot cord out. Probably just because the maximum I'm going to use for this is I'm probably going to be making tie downs. I'm definitely going to tie down my radio, and I've already tied down my push-to-talk with fucking zip ties. I think that's mainly it. Everything else is already tied down. But for other guys, because I know there's other guys who are probably packing less intelligently than I am, just going to say it. Some of those guys might be bringing shit, or maybe they'll have kit, like maybe they'll have like a radio and a friction pouch, right? That needs to be tied down, just because I don't want to be looking at everybody all over my property for people's shit at the end of the day. So, good thing to have. What else? I got frags, so I'm just gonna bring. I was gonna get tag-ins, but it just didn't work out. I couldn't find any M67 tag-ins in time, so I'm just gonna run my usual Thunder Bees. I've got 4 other shells. I don't expect to use it, but there's a chance. I'm gonna be on defense, so I'm probably gonna get some kills with it. I foresee that, but I won't get too ahead of myself. I'm gonna record this event also with I'm gonna run GoPro. I need to find where my batteries are for it because I don't know. I don't know where all that stuff went, including my GoPro. I haven't played in a while, so I haven't recorded in a while. Okay, let's get past this sort of stuff. I'm probably just gonna throw shit in sustainment pouches at the end of the day. So I'm just gonna move my, I'm gonna throw my ammo box in there real quick. This has probably like 2,000 rounds. I'm gonna throw it in the main compartment, and I'm gonna put yeah, that's all I'll do for right now. Okay. And I'll put that. There's like a radio. There's a spot for like a ASIPs or something in this bag, so I'm gonna use that little compartment to hold the ammo can. Loosening it up. Okay. Good to go. Let's see if this fits. It should. This is about the size of an ASIPs. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, this. It's mostly in there. Good enough. Now let's tighten that down so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Let's show this to you guys. It's in there. That way I have the rest of this compartment segregated. And honestly, I don't think there's much that really needs to go in there. Because I'm gonna set this stuff aside. I'm gonna set these socks aside. Because I wear these. This is just for demonstration. Oh shit. So, let's put this aside. Okay. So, this Nods case would seat right in here pretty perfectly. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Bulky ass shit. But there it goes, right? I'm not gonna put this in there quite yet. This will go in before the event. But if I'm bringing this ruck out as my one bag for the next game, I don't need to have a $2,000 Nod unit on me. So yeah, I'll set that aside. So here's what I'm doing for water. So I've got a Camelback, just issued stuff, and I'll just throw that under the lid. That'll be kind of my my camp water. Maybe I'll eat an MRE. That'll be my water for that. But in terms of water that I'll actually be drinking down, I am probably going to bring 1 quart because I have a 1 quart pouch on the side here, just because I'm probably not going to be drinking really anything. Even on my rucks, I don't, on my regular rucks where I'm really pushing myself, I'm not drinking water at all. So I already staged an MRE, field stripped an MRE. This was fucking crazy. This is a chili mac. It had a vanilla pound cake, peanut M&Ms, and the fucking Twizzler candy all in the same. Damn, this is freaking diabetes MRE. What the hell did I just pull? Why couldn't I get that in the field? Getting fucking Mexican burrito bowl for the 8th time. Anyways, so yeah, this is gonna be my snack pack for Lone Pine, and I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna throw this I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in the other tube pouch because I see myself like I'm not gonna pack it in the main. It's not really necessary. Throw that in there. I'll probably throw. Let's see what we got. We've got some. This is good shit right here. Throw one of those in there. Okay, boom. Too easy. And then, okay, so real quick, what I'm going to do is this side rip sustainment pouch is where I'm going to put all of the, or at least most of the admin stuff. So I've got, like I said, I've got the air horn, I've got the chrono, panel, all this stuff, and I've also got team pouches. I'll bring an extra ace just in case. And I've got all the waivers in here. I actually need to print more of these too. So obviously this isn't going to fit in there. I'll go in the main compartment. And yeah, we'll leave that alone. So just to give you guys some extra kind of clarity, because I'm basically, so I'm the team leader I'm basically the team leader for my fire team in Lone Pine, right? And for the sake of the event, we call it squads and squad leader. So I'm the squad leader, right? In the Airsoft world. So I kind of have to bring a bigger assault pack to carry all that. Obviously, in real life, the rifleman would carry the ammo and all the bullshit. But I'm probably one of the more fit people on my squad. So I want to be responsible for my own ammo between me and my dad, who I'm sharing my ammo with. I'll carry it. That's fine. But if this was like, if this was real life, and I didn't have to carry a whole ammo can, and we're assaulting something. Say, I'll give you an example. Say we're gonna conduct an ambush or a raid, probably an ambush. We're at the release point. We're dropping our rucks off. One cool thing about the Mystery Ranch, the newer Mystery Ranch stuff, is that they have these day pack lids, and honestly, this is a pretty sweet bag on its own. Doesn't have a ton of vertical space, as you can see. There's like two kind of horizontal, it's almost like a back panel sized pouch, but it's really lightweight and it's just nothing. So like for an assault pack, like if I had to, as you can see, this is the shoulder strap. I'm not going to pull it all the way out, but you get the idea, right? So if I'm just assaulting something, maybe I throw a couple extra mags in here, maybe, smokes, frags, whatever. I'll just run with this. Like, I don't need to carry a big-ass assault pack. Now, in real life, thinking about, like, okay, maybe if they have more, like, what would I say? Like, hey, maybe I want to take an AK-47 as a trophy. Probably going to want to take something bigger, like the saddle, because I can, put weapons on that. It has a pseudo frame and all that to make it a little bit more comfortable. But for just an assault pack, like, this is such a cool thing to just have, like, on the down low. Like this, the saddle pack, at least the older ones, I don't know about the newer models, but they just have, this lid, which I've used this as an overnight bag many times now. So honestly, yeah, the day pack lid was something I was really excited about when I got this pack in. So hopefully, I'll probably get some use out of it coming up here. So I'm gonna put this lid back on. I'm gonna pack away the more admin-y type stuff, and then yeah, I'll pick the camera back up and I'll talk a little bit about what I'm bringing as far as kit goes. Give a little here. Set this there. So coming around, buckle this. Add it in. Okay. Like I said, open this up. This is a pretty big sustainment pouch, as it is. Put this in here. BS 17 panel, okay. I've got this rangefinder, this new rangefinder I got for my birthday from Vortex. I'm gonna be using this to make sure, you know, the respawns and all that stuff are you know, reasonably spaced. I like to have a rangefinder to help me make those decisions, just to make it be like, you know, like, hey, you know, the terrain is clear and y'all have exactly the same amount of distance, you know, between your respawns and the objective, all that, just to, you know, help avoid those kind of disagreements. So I'm gonna remove the honker from the air horn so that it's not going off in my bag. And it goes off just like that. Pretty simple stuff. Okay. Put this in here, like, here. Get that out, bing bing. Okay. Boom. Got my glow sticks. Stuff those in there. Yeah, that fits damn near perfect. The seller of this bag was kind enough to send me two of these, because I believe they come with this bag, I'm pretty sure. And he sent me a cry sustainment pouch, and then on the hip here there's like this little coin sized, you know, maybe stick some Skittles in there. Yeah, sent that along with it too. So pretty happy, especially because it's all in the pattern. It's hard to find this mystery ranch shit in the correct pattern. Okay, I'm gonna throw. I could almost throw another sustainment pouch on the other side to have my batteries and zip ties. I guess I could put that in my fanny pack though. I don't really need extra space. You might be thinking, if you're experienced with this shit, like, damn, you'd probably get a lot more use out of like an Alice-sized ruck in this situation because they have a lot of the external pouches. I just want to let you know that I've thought of it. It's just not really, that design isn't for me yet. I want to try it in the future, but yeah, I thought of it. Forgot to throw these team patches in there. Come over here. I'm gonna set this camera down again. Oh, I'm also gonna need to pack. Duct tape of each color because I just know there's gonna be some people who come out without a fucking Velcro field on their back. Okay, grab this. Okay, so I kind of have scattered shit here still on the ground, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit as it comes. So I've already talked about mags, batteries, all that. This is just a battery for phone, external power bank, simple. iPro, Teeth Pro, self-explanatory. So I'm actually gonna just take. No, I'll bring the whole case. I'm gonna try to stuff this little Ziploc down so it goes inside of my iPro case. This is what I'm using for this event, and then that'll actually stay. I'll just keep that in my kit. I'll keep it in one of these 100-rounder pouches. Okay, I'm gonna set this camera down again. Okay, doing stuff off screen. Okay, shrunk all this shit. I just let the air out of it, squeeze it out. This is what it comes down to. And then I just squeeze that behind the glasses. That's not working for me. So I'm gonna gut this pocket out a little bit. So I've got, don't need this, don't need this, don't need the lanyard thing. All right, let's see if I can try that again. Yep, okay. It's tight, but it'll do it. It'll fly. Okay, boom, all that shit secured. I'm just gonna set all this extra stuff, and I'll try to throw this, there's like a lens cleaner, I'll throw that back in there. Okay, that's all stuff back in there. Good. And then I'm just gonna put this guy in here. Boom, perfect fit. Okay. On game day, this external power bank is gonna stay with my ruck. Obviously, I'm not gonna need to charge my phone like out there. However, and it's missing from this layout, but I do have I have an external power bank that goes in here to charge my GoPro. So that would go. So I've got my Peltor's helmet. Everything's relatively secure, down lead. I fit this all on earlier just to make sure everything worked right. And on Sunday, I'm gonna want to try out just speaking between radios, because this is like a civilian. I never got an adapter for my nicer like military push-to-talks, which I probably should just order one. But it works well enough. It just sounds like, when I tried it out earlier, it just sounded like shit. So, depending on what happens on Sunday, because we have full 5 days before, game time. So, I'll have time to troubleshoot it. Okay, and then this, I think I'm probably going to have my radio in my Shawshank pouch. Right now I have the sheath in there. I can just easily pull that out. And then what I do is I'm going to either throw, because this is female Velcro inside. I'm going to throw a male Velcro strip on the back of this so that it's stuck in there. And then I'll put my knife in my fanny pack here, in my dangler fanny. This is the Shaw Raid. Let me pull this off. The Shaw Raid pouch. So I have another tourniquet on here. I did have an issue when I was in the field training last week. The first time I fielded this piece of kit in a real, real life kind of thing. And I lost accountability of this tourniquet immediately. Literally first lane. So what I've got going on now is I have it secured to the Velcro on the front of the Raid. I'm hoping that kind of handles the issue. But yeah, no, I had that issue. It just came off immediately. That kind of lends itself to kind of my greater ideology here that, like, if you don't have your shit tied down, like Velcroed down, like in an actual pouch, or like here I have it Velcroed down to the front of the Raid now, you're gonna lose that. So even zippers aren't the best retention. I've had this pouch blow out on me before, and I've had to track back and fucking pick all my shit up in an airsoft game. Luckily, in real life I would have just been fucked. So in the front pouch, in the front compartment, I've got the fanny strap, because I'm probably going to be, walking around with this without kit on. I got Leatherman. What else I got in here? I got tissue paper in case I need to take a shit. I've got tweezers, Sharpie, and I've got, I might have extra ear pro in here too. Yeah, I have an extra pair of ear pro in there. I've also got meds, just Tylenol and ibuprofen. So just kind of like boo-boo kit type stuff. Okay. In the main compartment, I've got AA's and AAA's, and I've got an actual boo-boo kit. So nothing crazy. When we're actually playing, what I'm probably gonna do is have this in fanny mode and have it slung to my backside, so it's out of the way. I think I've got, everything's secured. So this goes back on with the tube. Okay, good to go. I'll take my mags. I'm just going to secure those now. So some people have pretty strong opinions against double stacking mags, talking on the topic of going prone. Honestly, I haven't had an issue going being comfortable prone. I mean, it's always going to be kind of uncomfortable, honestly, and it is good to be flat, but honestly, the number of mags, I mean, 2 mags up front, not really a problem. What I do have a problem with, though, is when I have a full-sized angler like this gets in the way because it'll make your crotch level with your chest, and that means you're having to crank your neck more to keep your head up, depending on what angle you're looking down, where you're looking at. So that's why, I like to throw this on fanny mode and put it on my backside. Okay. Stuff that shit in there. Not a big deal. I have one more. There it is. So yeah, 6 mags is this is probably like 1,000, like damn near 1,000 rounds in my chest. So, God willing, this is enough ammo for the first objective, and beyond. Hopefully, I'm defending, so hopefully it stays at first objective. Cool. We'll take this radio, and right now I'll take this sheath out. And then, since this is male Velcro, I'll go back to my, kind of the idea of this is so it's rapidly accessible, there, but since this is going to be kind of put away, I'm just going to secure it to the inside of my raid. Okay. Grab my knife. I'll stick that in there. This might not fit perfectly. No. It's perfect. Damn near. Stick it like that. Boom. Okay. Zipping this shut. And here's the rest of my stuff that was in glasses container. I'm just gonna throw it over here next to my other glasses. Okay, frag. I'll put that in the other 100 rounder. I'm gonna put this. Ooh, where should I put this? I'll put the other tourniquet. So actually, on my uniform, I'm gonna throw this tourniquet probably in the shoulder sleeve. Oh shit. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut this short, but you kind of get the idea of what's going in my ruck. It's a tiny packing list, especially given the weather considerations, but if you're coming out to this event and if you want some guidance, just send a text in the Discord or over Facebook or whatever. So, alright, have a nice night, guys.